Westfield is one of the state's fastest growing cities, but there are growing pains, putting increasing demands on a busy and getting busier fire department. Mondays with the Mayor starts now. Mayor Andy Cook joined today by Westfield Fire Chief Rob Gaylor. We're standing near the future site of the city's first new fire station in 10 years, which quite simply relocates the current Fire Station 81 in the city's public safety building. It's been a priority for you, Mayor. It's been a priority for you, Chief. Why do we need this?
Well, you know, it's like we mentioned, I think, in a previous edition, my job is to look far down the road and to stay ahead of our public safety needs is one of our top responsibility as political leaders. And we have behind us a new fire station, which is really a relocation of our not only fire headquarters, but Station 81.
So, Chief, you started with the fire department, Westfield Fire Department, 2004. How has it changed from 2004 to 2022?
You know, 2004 seems like so long ago now, but in 2004 when I started for the organization, we had two-person engine companies. We were running out of 2 firehouses. We finished the year with 1,771 calls. Today, they're on 1,705. And so just in 18 years, we have doubled, more than doubled our call volume. So
there are other
a lot of changes
placed on you, though.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of demands. We're more than just a fire department. We're an all-hazard response agency. We run EMS calls, hazmat, technical rescue runs. We had a car versus building run yesterday. So yeah, it's the demands of the city are great, and the strain, we feel it. But I'm proud to say that the men and women in the fire department work really hard. They take a lot of runs. Last week they did 98 calls. The week before that it was 100. You know, last week alone we had other cities help out. At one point in time, we had 3 different services, 3 medical services in the city to cover because our folks were busy. And that happened 15 times last week alone. We had 15 different ambulances in our city because we were
So these are other jurisdictions,
yeah.
Carmel, Noblesville, that come
Yeah.
into our city.
Yeah.
And you're called a fire department, but what
Right.
percentage of your runs are actually medical runs?
Last year, 2021, we did 3,051 medical calls, and we did 1,389 fire or other calls. So it's
So a high percentage.
69,
medical.
70%, which is the national average.
Yeah, I want to go off to this because Westfield's population, we're closing in on 48,000 right now. When Carmel, Fishers, Noblesville had the same population, Chief Gaylor, how many fire stations roughly did they have?
You know, it's really a good question. It's really hard to answer. We're not a per capita or a population-driven type organization. We're based on risk. But just in short, in 2007, the Carmel Fire Department made 4,800 calls. They were about 80,000 plus folks, and they were at 6 stations. In 2010, Noblesville, they were at 51,000, a little over 51,000 people. They made 4,500 runs a year and at 7 stations.
And how many stations do we have today?
Currently, we have 3.
So that tells you that that there is a big need here.
Yes, there's absolutely a need, and you know, just on the horizon, we're looking at a lot of development coming in. Even if we don't approve another permit, we're talking 13,800 residential structures coming into our city in the next 6.5 years. So just simple math, 2 people per, that's like 28,000 people coming into our city. So we go from a population of 50 to 80 like overnight. So it's definitely a concern.
And that leads me into the next question. And as you plan for the future, what needs, Mayor, are we going to have for a population of that size when it comes to public safety?
That's a great question, and that we spend a lot of time looking at this. 3 stations to serve this current population is, we're maxing them out. And when you consider our headquarters today and Station 81 over on State Road 32, that building has served us well for, I believe, nearly 22 years. And you got to remember that building is in use 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So it served its time, and we need a new headquarters building. We need a new location for 81, and I might say that as you have taught me well, to locate a fire station, you don't just throw a dart on a map. They're located very scientifically based on run times, which is a factor of what roads are they on. It's not just concentric circles, it's how do you get to certain areas in how much time given our infrastructure.
And to adequately serve in your professional estimation, the population of Westfield right now, how many fire departments do we really need?
Right now, stations, I mean, if you just take, based on an average of 50,000 people, you know, 5 stations to cover that is really a good solid number. And it's just concerning as we grow, we reach that 80,000 people mark. We've got a lot of makeup to do.
So we are planning right now our station 84, which will be a brand new station coming along, and you're going through some of the preliminary planning for that right now, are you not?
Yeah, we're looking at some strategic locations, what's going to be good access for north, south, east, and west, and where we can best provide a service. And so yeah, we're in the beginning phases of discussions of Station 4, and really excited about that project.
Well, we're not done talking about this, obviously, because this is an ongoing concern, and I know it is for both of you, and to get us where we need to be as a city.
That's right.
Chief, Mayor, thank you.
Chris, see you next Monday.